Arsenal injury update. Martin Odegaard, Bukayo Saka and Ricardo Calafiori latest news and return dates. Mikel Arteta is hopeful of welcoming back some key names as Arsenal face a season-defining week into competitions. Arsenal will look to get back on track when they play Sporting CP at the Emirates Stadium on Wednesday night. The Gunners are 1-0 up in the Champions League quarter-final, thanks to a stoppage-time winner from Kai Havertz in Lisbon. But defeat to Bournemouth at the weekend is hardly the ideal preparation heading into the second leg. It is now 3 losses in 4 matches either side of the international break for Arsenal, with their quadruple dream up in smoke, and there's now a battle on to ensure they don't finish another season empty-handed. Mikel Arteta's side welcomes Sporting to North London knowing a goalless draw will be enough to progress into the Champions League semi-finals, though a confidence boost is required ahead of Sunday's massive title showdown against Manchester City. The loss to Bournemouth coupled with the poor performance did, understandably, overshadow Eberechi Eze's return from injury earlier than expected and Piero Hincapié being named on the bench. Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard and Ricardo Calafiori all missed out, but there's hope 1 or 2 will be back for a massive week in Arsenal's season. The Arsenal captain has not had any luck with injuries this season, and disaster has struck again with Odegaard forced to sit out the loss to Bournemouth at the weekend. Arteta revealed that the Norway international picked up a niggle during the first leg win over Sporting CP, a game in which he was brought off in the 70th minute. It does not appear that Odegaard will be out for too long, but his latest absence was a blow for both the player and Arteta, with the Spaniard explaining before the Bournemouth game just how important the midfielder is. He's the one that connects everybody, that glides everybody together, that makes the team flow in a way that nobody else can do that, Arteta said. And that's a huge quality to have. He's the captain, he's the leader, he's the one that sets the tone in probably every phase of play for us. He's also such an intelligent person that he can adapt and modify the game when we need to in 10 seconds. Saka withdrew from the England duty last month, having joined up late after Thomas Tuchel said he wanted to manage the workload of some key players. The winger was thought to have been rested for the FA Cup quarter-final loss to Southampton, but concerns over his fitness have increased after missing out against Sporting and Bournemouth. Saka has not been spotted in any of the training sessions recently, which suggests he is no nearer to a return. But Arteta is hopeful of having his vice-captain back as soon as possible. "We need everything," Arteta said after the 2-1 loss to Bournemouth. "First of all, we need everybody fit and available. The ones that are not involved, the ones that are not with us, that are really big, important players, we need them immediately with us. Then we're going to be much better. Then the other ones, we need to stand up, me the first one. Embrace this challenge and go for it." Calafiori played the entire 90 minutes against Sporting CP last week, but like Odegaard, was left out of the squad completely for the visit of Bournemouth, and it's not clear as to what his issue is. The Italian, now, has not played consecutive Premier League matches since the start of December. It is possible that Arsenal are simply just managing Calafiori's minutes to avoid a serious injury, but his recent absence from training makes him a doubt for both huge games this week. Ecuador said, during the international break, that Hincapié had returned to Arsenal to begin his recovery process following medical tests over an unspecified injury. Hincapié was ruled out of the Southampton game and also missed out in Lisbon, but returned to the match day squad at the weekend and will be pushing to start on Wednesday night. It is approaching a month to the date since Jurrien Timber last played for Arsenal. The defender was forced off in the 2-0 win over Everton and has subsequently missed the last 5 games with an ankle problem that also saw him withdraw from the Netherlands squad for games against Norway and Ecuador. Expect Arteta to provide an update on Timber in the pre-sporting press conference on Tuesday. Mikel Merino is in a race against the clock to play for Arsenal again this season and be fit for the World Cup, after having surgery on a foot injury in February. In a new update on the Spaniard, Arteta has said he's going to push every boundary. He's out of his boot, doing quite a lot of exercises already. He reacted really well to the surgery, and he's got no pain. I'm sure there is a chance to make that period shorter. If there is a person that can make that shorter, it's Mikel.